Okay. Here's hoping third time's the charm. My computer keeps crashing on me. It's already done so twice. Once again, if I cut out midstream, you know why. And I think if it does it again, that'll be it for today. I'm not going to come back in. But hopefully it won't, and I can actually get a few more hours in and get some stuff done. And, thank you, Zeddy. Sheesh. So, yeah, God. I bought a SkyTech computer in July, and I think they sold me a computer that has a faulty RAM drive, because every single time that this thing it just shuts down randomly, and every time it has, I get the error messages, and every single error message code basically says update all of your drivers, which I have, or and it's like I looked those things up, and basically the solution says either you need to update your drivers, or you've got a faulty RAM. Every single one. And I've gotten, I've gotten different codes, but every single code, in order to solve not getting that code again, is update your drivers, or you've got a faulty RAM. So I think they sold me a computer, brand new computer, since late July, with faulty RAM. And it's just been a nightmare. It's like I can't stream like this. Alright, well, let's get back into Civ 7 here and see what I can do. So I just had a flood here. I managed to, thanks to Civ 7's autosave, I was able to, I didn't lose much ground, didn't lose much if any ground. So there's that. Yeah. Oh, my stream summary is ready. Yeah, no, I'm going back into it. Stop sending me these. I need to turn off my little alert thing. That's why I build my own. Yeah, I'm not that technically savvy, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't make much money. I don't have much money. I was putting like maybe 100 or 2 every month away. Got myself up to about $1,300 in saved away. Saw this for 15. It's like, oh, okay, well I'll do that. Put 200 of my next paycheck into it. $1,500. Boom! I got myself a brand new gaming computer. Far better than the computer that I had, which was decent. It was an $800 computer. It was decent, but it wasn't a gaming computer. And so therefore it really wasn't handling these games. Well, it comes to turn out the gaming computer I got to replace it to handle the games can't handle the games either. Just pisses me off. So, let me get in the right screen here. Stuff, here we go. So, anyway, here's my little rant. Let's see, what are we doing town-wise here? Oh, yeah, okay, so it still wants me to, God. I don't want to do, yeah, you can, okay, grow a town, sure. I don't see the point of these. So I don't know. I'm probably losing certain advantages by not doing that. I wouldn't doubt it, but at the same time, I don't see the point of doing so per se. Oh boy, I did lose ground because I'm right back to where. All right, fine. Grow a city. Okay. And here's another thing I don't like is that you put specialists on these things, you start losing. Here's one I don't. Here's one thing I don't like about the Civ 7 here. You've always been able to put specialists into cities. You never really. This one you can't quite control them. You also can't control which. I can't go into like in every other Civ game you've been able to go into your city, maybe pick up a person from one plot, pick up a person from one place and put them in another, and then you can specialize them if and then you can do certain things to specialize those workers. You can kind of put them in the city center and then make them a specialist. Well, they've gotten rid of the whole pick them up and drop them. You just whatever gets worked, it gets worked. So basically everything that's here theoretically is being worked. What still hasn't been, all this little green stuff hasn't been worked yet. So I can either basically I've got a place where I can put a person. It's like you gain people by by population, right? So I've got enough people. This is Rome. I've got enough people in Rome to, I think this is Rome, yeah. I've got enough people in Rome here to fill up all of these tiles except for these, what? I've got 6? These 6. And I've got one more person I can put, so I can either fill in one of these 6 tiles here, or I can place a specialist in one of these 3 slots. And I think this gets expanded. I think it's 2 slots up until the modern age, and now it's 3. So you can put up to 2. But the thing is that whenever you put specialists into these slots here, you lose things. And one of the things that I hate is the fact that you lose happiness, and the fact that you lose anything. And you can't choose what kind of specialist per se. You can choose based on the town, by the location you put them in. It used to be you make a specialist, they just it's a specialist that covers the entire town. You're removing workers from. I'm going to remove a worker from this tile and make him a specialist. So I lose production on this tile. I lose everything that I gained from this tile, and I make a specialist. But I turn the specialist into either an entertainer or a scientist or something like that. If I want to boost the science, I can take a worker out of this tile and make him into a scientist, and that'll boost my science numbers. Up here. And, don't do that anymore. If I want to boost my science, I got to place. Fortunately, I've got lots of things, but it's like I lose money. In some cases, I lose people. So the whole specialist thing kind of really sucks. Because you get bonuses to some things and then it nerfs you in other places, and those are pretty big. Let's see. What? I've got 1 happiness in the city.